We may be exiting here. Let's see what's going on.
Was that the Hill Street exit?
I believe it was. Let me just double check here. Looks like she's going to set up for a left-hand turn there, and let's see what street that is. Ooh, a lot of pedestrians. Now we're actually, that's Chinatown. We're in Chinatown.
Yeah, so she's on Hill.
She's on Hill in Chinatown. Or is that, yeah, maybe even, would that be Broadway or Hill?
No, if she came right off the 110, it would be Hill.
Yep. All right, so she's continuing right through the heart of Chinatown there. We're headed... you know, it's interesting. The scanner channels have gone quiet with this too. She's stopping at red lights, going through green lights now, pretty much just kind of blending in with the traffic. So at this point, what we know is that the Pasadena PD is waiting for her at home and probably watching our work up here as well and kind of using that to track her. But at this point, nothing behind her in terms of police vehicles at this point.
And we do know they are at that house on Linda Vista right now doing their investigation. She appears to be on Hill Street, approaching, I believe, Pershing Square at this point.
Let's see.
That we're getting into maybe about 4 or 5 blocks ahead of you.
Yeah, let's see what's up ahead. Yes, the heart of downtown, Pershing Square, is up ahead. So, wow, we've gone. It's we picked this up in Encino. We ended up in Calabasas and eventually Moore Park and Simi Valley, and now we're in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. Now, there are, you know, it's Friday night, and a lot of people out in the streets of downtown, and depending on which way she goes. So this could get a little more dangerous. But at this point, she's pretty much driving like anybody else on the roadways at this point.
Now, you mentioned the black and whites had backed off. The marked police cars had backed off, more in a tracking mode. Does she know? Can she tell that a chopper is following her? Are they hitting her with a stun gun?
Not at all. There's nobody. There is no law enforcement whatsoever at this point following her. They may be watching our coverage back, watching, seeing where she's going. But at this point, they do not. Here's another thing also that is often used nowadays. Newer vehicles have the OnStar and similar types of situations, so they can kind of just track her, and she has a cell phone, presumably. Now we have some pedestrians here. They may be just walking, not knowing what's been going on.
There's no indication this is a high-speed pursuit that has been going on for an hour and 35 minutes or so. And the beauty of this is they do know who the driver is.
They knew who the driver is, and looking a little more closely at that vehicle there, I don't see anything in terms of collision damage. You'd asked earlier if we'd seen her collide with anything. Not at all. Not seeing anything unusual about the vehicle. But boy, that vehicle has been on quite a journey this evening.
Well, you know, at this point, I know that you have to go for fuel. So what we're going to do is wrap this up. Once again, if you've been with us, we've been following this pursuit, this Chevy Tahoe, now in the downtown area, right around Pershing Square. We're going to have ground crews on this in just a couple of minutes, and we will have the very latest for you tomorrow morning on Today in L.A.
The window, too. That's her right there. Yes, it is. And we're talking with my pilot right there. She's continuing on. I'm going to push in a little bit. I thought I could two-hand this, maybe not so much as we're working our way through these buildings. But she's continuing on right now, and we're going to follow along the best we can. I believe we're on San Pedro, and it's slow and go for her. She's catching every red light. I know that feeling. I've been there myself. Here we go. We got pedestrians walking across her. That's multiple pedestrians that have been crossed in front of her. But still moving along right there. We can keep an eye on it, watching as it's very slow and go. Not breaking any rules, just kind of doing what she's doing out there and just moving along. Very, very slowly. No officers of the law behind her. Really starting to wonder if maybe she should just start heading back to her home right now. I believe this is going to be San Pedro, is a street, downtown Los Angeles, moving at just normal speeds out here as we continue on, as just following along. She's going to be moving underneath the helicopter right now, and we're just keeping an eye on where she's going, what she's doing, and she isn't doing much. But we continue, and we're going to watch until this comes to some sort of end. I can guarantee it. We're back over to the Skid Row area, where earlier this afternoon we actually had a story with overdose, some kind of hazmat situation. Definitely on the Skid Row area right now, being eclipsed by some of these buildings as we're working our way. We're by the Mission. I can tell you, I know this area. Working our way by the Mission, turning down another street. This is a very sketchy area, especially for a vehicle just driving around. A person that has these problems is going to be extra dangerous for her. I don't know why she picked this area. Don't know if she knows where she is at.
Introducing the new QX60 from Infinity.
Probably
Release the new Infinity QX60 for
that
$429 a
officer
month.
to even
Visit your
wonder
Southern
what's going
California
on.
Infinity retailer.
So continuing on right now, we are well established into the Skid Row area. She's coming up to another red light, giving you an idea. We're periscoping from the helicopter this evening. There's my pilot, John, happy to be here on a Friday night. He's waving. And it continues on. There she is right there. There's some of my cool stuff. I moved it too quickly. That's how we get the signal to you guys. And we keep watching as this working its way there. We are downtown. Hang on. I don't want to move the camera too quickly. There it is, downtown, out the window. Beautiful out here tonight. It was actually a very beautiful night. We had a beautiful sunset. Okay, so back to the following. Here we go. 2000 Tahoe started up in the Pasadena area. This woman apparently tried to cause some sort of harm. Oh, great. She's turning down a little side street here. We're going to have to move around to the other side of that hotel. We're going to move around. I'm going to have to let go of Periscope. Sorry, guys. I love you to death, but I have to let go. And if you are following along just on the web, sorry about that. She worked her way around that corner right there. Parking right now in a parking lot in or near the downtown area, near Skid Row. The vehicle has come to a stop. The brakes are on, and but the car is basically stopped out here. I'm going to try to establish it out the window so we can read some street signs. Usually I'm a little bit better at this, but I was not expecting it to come to a stop like this. We are on 3rd Street, and I don't want to lose that. This actually has a street name, because I saw a street name. Yeah, when she...
To showcase the impressive Infinity QX50, we could have imagined
here.
it on a winding mountain pass,
here.
or somewhere even more.
Oh, the next corner, you're right. And it's going to be 3rd and Main. 3rd and Main. Main has been a street that's been popping up through the night. I'm a huge believer in synchronicity. So, looks like the person out of the vehicle... Yeah, she's out. That's her right there. Oh, maybe not. Nope, she's not out of the vehicle. Let's can we do an orbit? Are we by ourselves? Oh, let's do an orbit. Let's do an orbit. It'll be tight, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Very unusual end to a very unusual night and very unusual pursuit, and this is just very unusual indeed. I don't know, but that I would almost think that maybe that is the driver of the vehicle. Sadly, I was getting street signs trying to figure out exactly where we are, but almost appears that she knew where she was going, parked the Tahoe, got out, and is now talking to the people with the van. This is something to see for sure. I can't say that if that is her, but I believe it is just because I saw the clothing earlier on. There's a... let's get out of that. You want to try putting the night sun on it? Let me find it. Should we? Oh. Let's see. Oh, definitely. That's definitely not her. There's somebody still inside that vehicle. and they're talking to her. These people that were from the van are actually talking through the glass to that person inside the car. So the plot thickens as we have worked our way down to 3rd and Main, downtown Los Angeles. This 2000 tile lights are on, and we'll see what's going to be going on here. I basically was talking to people that were part of this van. Don't know who they are. Hopefully they're just kind strangers. Lights are back off again. So a little indecision going on inside that vehicle for sure. The truck sits there now. We are right off of 3rd Street near Main. The car's sitting there. Some people, there you go, the doors are opening, and she got out of the vehicle. She got out of the vehicle, and she's walking. An interesting end right there, walking along. Disturbed young lady this afternoon. And when I say disturbed,
to showcase the impressive Infiniti QX50, we could have imagined it on a winding mountain pass, or somewhere even more cliche, like a downtown street. But what distinguishes the Infiniti QX50 isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there.
Walking out towards 3rd
With generous cargo space, extended second row legroom, and coupe-like handling. The QX50 from Infiniti. Lease the Infiniti QX50 for $339 a month. Visit your Southern California Infiniti retailer.
Law enforcement has asked us any questions about where she might be, what's going on this evening. Parked that vehicle, walking right now, working our way. Hopefully we didn't miss her walking into one of these businesses. She does kind of sort of seem to know where she's at. Some other people in the area. This must be an area that she knows, maybe a club out here. Basically got out of the vehicle, walked over here to Lexington. Believe that she walked inside that building right there, that dark building, believed to be probably some sort of club. So this is where it ends this evening. Oh, maybe not. There she is. Pretty sure if anybody was watching realizes that that is the part earlier on. So there it is. We're looking at this person. I can tell you where we are because I can read the sign. It's 127 East 3rd Street, downtown Los Angeles. I'm being rescued. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Up! Hey! Oh, that's probably a stringer. This could be a stringer. Just pulling up right there. Not 100% sure about it. Up there she goes. Trying to get inside the club. You know what? I gotta put down the periscope, guys. Sorry. All right, well, that appears to be some sort of media, maybe, and not 100%. I believe if that was me back in the day, my camera would have been out as soon as I was out of that vehicle. But right now, somebody standing right there might be a stringer. What is a stringer? A stringer is, well, if you follow me and you're listening, you know a stringer is an independent news person. You run around at night with a camera and you gather news. A photographer, yeah. But right now, don't know if that's who this person is. Maybe this person not privy to the description of the girl, so doesn't even know that that's who he's supposed to be looking for. Went back inside the club right there. So inside the club right now, that media standing right there. Pretty sure that's media. Waiting to see if officers from LAPD arrive in this area. Haven't seen anything yet. Somebody just said, hey, why don't you read the name of the club? Scooter Importer? I don't know. Maybe that is the name of it. heard of weirder names. But as it stands, last place we saw Lexington. Oh, no, it's a scooter importer. Oh.
Hey guys,
Go ahead.
Introducing the new QX60 from Infinity. Lease the new Infinity QX60 for $429 a month. Visit your Southern California Infinity retailer.
They're supposedly going to be here in 2 minutes. We're getting that from other sources. She is right inside the doorway of the club. Lexington is the club, I believe. Being yelled at by my friends, who are so vicious. And anyway, she's right inside the door right there. I'm being playful. I think there's a stringer, but I don't think that person knows who to look for. Anyway, she's right inside the door, and officers do know. Lexington Theater? A bar. Yeah, it says Lexington. A bar. Well, our pursuit continues. Bar and concert venue. All right. So I don't want to spoil the ending for anybody, but apparently officers from LAPD are making their way over to this area. They are not going to come running up with their guns blazing as you might expect. They are going to kind of just walk up calmly and try to talk to this woman who's had a very complicated evening. She's standing around outside this club, probably a spot that she knows. Just kind of waiting right there. Her vehicle around the corner, right there. You can see part of the vehicle right there. Made her way over to this area after a long pursuit. Speeds of 100 miles an hour. There we go. There we go. Watching it from the outside, it's kind of interesting. But it looks like the bouncer will not let her in, so at least they're following their laws and rules. The stringer standing there with a camera, hopefully at least has some kind, maybe entertaining words for her. But as it stands right now, one camera on scene here at the Lexington Club on 3rd Street near Main, downtown. And hopefully there's some dialogue going
Introducing
on right
the
now.
new QX60 from Infinity.
Really crazy bright light.
Lease the new Infinity QX60 for $429 a month. Visit your Southern California Infinity retailer.
Is, the idea maybe not to be crazy intrusive. Maybe just turn off the light and try to talk to her. But anyways, that's not for me to say. What I can tell you is what we're watching right now, an unusual turn of events. The Lexington door closing as the people from the Lexington Club not that interested in what's going on. We're still waiting for officers to arrive out here. Unclear what's going on. Hopefully she's giving her side of the story, telling this guy down there, the stringer, what a great night she's been having. Just getting a little bit wider. I can keep an eye on her, just waiting for officers to show up out here. Right now, though, that guy, don't know who it is. I do stay in contact with a lot of stringers out there. They are a lot of quality people. That movie that came out a while ago really did us a disjustice. But anyways, other than that, yeah, I know. I try not to say it. But anyways, kind of watching along. Some other people coming out of the club. He's finally turned off his light there, walking away. Maybe he's got what he needed or what he thinks he needs. She's standing kind of by herself. If this is an area that she knows, whoever she worked her way down here to talk to, not really talking to her, just kind of keeping their distance. No, I don't think so. Well, we thought about that. We're getting some ideas maybe to turn on our night sign, but we don't want to agitate the situation. Unlike the stringer down there, we're trying not to agitate the situation. So, anyways, hang on, my boss is calling. Go ahead. we've been told that they are on their way. Yeah. And personally, you know, I just, we gotta, come on, we can't go. I want to know why he turned his light on. I mean, it's just there's more than enough light out there.
How's the pool?
Introducing the new QX60 from Infinity. Lease the new Infinity QX60 for $429 a month. Visit your Southern California Infinity retailer.
All right. Yeah, you know, and this is the thing also that's going on right there. You know, it's just friendly words of advice. You know, a situation like that, there's ways to handle it. You know, and there's ways not to handle it. So anyway, bottom line, right now, I'm not going to critique anybody else that used to do my job. Basically, what's going on right now? Officers from LAPD in the air. They are very close by. They are not lighting her up. They do have eyes on her. We are hearing that. That is confirmed. There are officers on the ground or trying to work their way over here, and the situation becoming, you know, again, a little bit agitated. This person obviously not in the best state of mind. Now across the street, on the move again. Officers getting close by. Hopefully they are closer than we hope. They won't be rolling in. Code 3, lights and sirens, tires screeching. But they are going to be pulling up here shortly. And they are going to probably take this person into custody, at least is what we're hoping. This other person right there talking to her right now maybe has some idea what's going on, but she doesn't seem to want any help from anybody. So this is made, you know, might be part of the issue. You know, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just a guy in a helicopter watching weird things happen. So right now, I can tell you this is coming to an end on 3rd Street near Main, downtown Los Angeles, in front of the Lexington Club. There is a helicopter now above, so they are at least using their resources. They have their resources being used for that. I don't know what type of officer is coming to this location, and that might be part of the issue. They have to
showcase the impressive Infinity QX50. We could have imagined it on a winding mountain pass, or somewhere even more cliche, like a downtown street. But what distinguishes the Infinity QX50 isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there.
She's kind of walking around. We watched her jaywalk earlier.
With generous cargo space, extended second row legroom, and coupe-like handling. The QX50 from Infinity. Lease the Infinity QX50 for $339 a month. Visit your Southern California Infinity retailer.
Their helicopter has eyes on it, not just us, somebody else as well, walking around down there. We've heard that before, but we just been told again that there is a ground unit en route. You know, if she wanted to make her way out of here, she might have just got a hold of a phone and called Uber. You know, just throwing that out there. Obviously, she's not trying to run. We haven't seen her run. She's walked. She's been walking. Now she's walking a little bit faster. A little bit of running going on here. She's trying to stay away from the. She's trying to stay away from the stringer that's down there. You know. This is unusual. Maybe going a little bit wider. Maybe there's an officer arriving, working her way back over towards the Lexington Club. That's the street. Maybe she's going back to the Tahoe. John, I think she's going back to the Tahoe. She's definitely going back to the Tahoe. There's an officer right there. Black and white is on the scene right now. We're going to keep an eye on this. Heaven forbid she gets back into that Tahoe and this re-engages into a pursuit. She did make a run for that general direction. The car is somewhere right over here and is not. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness. So, don't know if she made her way back to the vehicle. That is the vehicle that she was in earlier on. Maybe it was running out of gas. Don't know. But we're watching. Oh, there she is. There she is. This is... This is a marathon run of narration this evening out here. So, officers from Central Division here on scene at the Lexington Club. One person moving around down there trying to elude officers. They haven't gotten out of the vehicle, so they're not making a huge effort to take this person into custody. Keeping an eye on where she is going. You know, obviously, if she makes her way back to that tower, there's going to be an issue.
And during this event, you can get a great deal on this Jetta.
It drives great.
Told where to
Volkswagen believes
listen to
safety
it
is
from
very
my
important.
awesome
So all
desk guy.
11 models come standard with
Mark,
an
who
intelligent
is
crash response system.
staying there, staying with
And
us.
7
Where?
stability-enhancing systems. For more confidence
there she is.
on road trips.
For those who take safety seriously,
Well,
like we do, the Volkswagen Safety
this
in Numbers event is happening now. Hurry in
definitely
and lease a 2016 Jetta S
the
for
internet.
$139 a month
So-
after a $1,000 bonus.
oh, you know what that's all about right there. That little red dot is less than lethal. So she is. All right.
And during this event, you can get a great deal on this Jetta.
It drives great.
Volkswagen believes safety is very important. So all
there she
11
is.
models come standard with an intelligent crash response system.
This is
and
this
7
is the
stability-enhancing systems. For more confidence on road trips.
this pursuit
For
coming
those
to
who take safety seriously,
naked end.
like we do, the Volkswagen Safety in Numbers event is happening now. Hurry in and lease a 2016 Jetta S for $139 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
A troubled woman bearing her soul, bearing it all, here on 3rd Street near Main, downtown Los Angeles. Other officers making their way here right now. As soon as they put something over her, we'll probably get a little bit of a tighter shot. If you're just joining us, which you're joining too late. Pursuit lasted most of the evening. Ending out here in front of the club on 3rd Street, downtown Los Angeles. She taking off not almost, all of her clothes in front of officers out here as she's being taken into custody right now. I believe they have a shirt on her right now, so at least she has something back on. Can get a little bit tighter, getting an idea what's going on. The couple of cameras out here as well. Catching the end of this very, very bizarre pursuit. You can see officers from LAPD taking her into custody right now. There was a helicopter that actually shot by earlier on when it was a little bit wider. That's actually the Pasadena 100 ship. That was the 500, right? It was. So, yeah, that was a Pasadena helicopter, made its way back out here as well. Pursuit coming to an end. One in custody, female, after a very bizarre evening of very bizarre things. Right now, in custody with a shirt on, multiple officers from LAPD arriving out here, asking for female officers to arrive out here to take this person into custody. Pursuit over downtown Los Angeles.